I feel like I'm still, relatively new. I mean, been there 4.5 years, but this is a company that, is almost 21 years old. And that's just remarkable. And, when I informed Jeff Ramsey, his immediate question, as was Bernie's, as was Matt's, as was Gus's, was how's everyone going to get taken care of, which was awesome. And then their second thing was, this is not, Jeff Ramsey said, this is not a failure. There's no failure here. This is celebration, 21 years. That's a lifetime in digital years. And we could never have imagined in our wildest dreams that this would last 21 years. And we talked about how the fact that there will be extensions of this that go on well beyond that, not only in terms of what influence this company has created, but hopefully certain shows, certain channels, certain personalities will continue to do their thing. But it's remarkable to me, from someone who was on the outside and on the inside, to think about how a few friends in Buda, Texas, just outside of Austin, back when Buda was its own little tiny town, try to create something for themselves and put it up on the internet before YouTube. And so many of you liked it. And that started to create a business that grew organically. And in so doing, created so much of what we just take for granted as being the natural state of how things work now. But so much innovation came out of and has come out of the people in this company. And so what was special yesterday was I didn't know how it was going to go. Never know how these things are going to go. It was so important to us that we informed everybody in person. We did through a live stream here, but we didn't want people to read it from a memo. We wanted to be amongst ourselves. And afterwards, instead of...
And that was something that was really important too, is we didn't just want to send a memo saying, lol, company's ending. Like, doing something like that would have been horrible. Like, we saw what other companies had done, and it was, we can't be like that. Everyone here has put too much of themselves into it for 21 years. We're so unique. We're so different. It's like, we need to let everyone know.
And the immediate reaction in chat on our internal stream, and then the reaction immediately after we stopped the stream, which we went as long as we needed to go to answer questions from the staff in chat. And obviously then, the story got communicated via press and us posting the memo we sent internally for everyone who wasn't in our all hands to say, come on in, but we want to know you to know this is happening. And we try to send it to as many people as we could who, were past our tiers and who we thought would be impacted. We didn't get everybody, but the immediate reaction was one of love. The expressions of love that everyone here and everyone across the company had towards one another was beautiful. Patrick said it. He goes, this is a hard day, but it's beautiful. And the appreciation and gratitude, come on, Chris, that everybody had. It was just a remarkable day. It was an incredibly emotional day. I'm a crier, so of course, I'll cry at anything. But the fact that people appreciated the opportunity, the fact that the immediate reaction was, let's go out and have fun. Let's have fun, and let's do this right, and let's respect the legacy of this company. I've never been a part of anything like that. I've never seen anything like that. And then all of y'all's support just lifted our spirits incredibly. So that was my day. And I just felt like, I mean, a horrible situation. People are losing their jobs. But the spirit was so supportive and loving, respectful, celebratory. It's what makes this a special place. So that was my experience. And I couldn't wait to get in there today and be around everybody.
We did shots before the stream as well.
Oh, I missed those.
I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what you're talking. I decided to do this because I thought it was just really important. We immediately get an opportunity to talk to y'all and just start dialogue. Like yesterday was a lot to process, and so we wanted to just be respectful of the intimacy of the relationships that we have with one another. But I thought it was immediately important that we get in front of you as quickly as possible with no agenda. I said, I'm going and I'll answer questions. And then Chelsea said, I'll join you. And here everyone is. And, some of the founders have other stuff going on. Gus wanted to be here, but he's got a doctor's appointment or something. This isn't the goodbye stream. This isn't the end thing. Like
He has to get his butt checked.
Yeah, I didn't want to say what.
Important.
I'll check it. I'll do it.
So, like,
Jeff and Gavin.
again, we appreciate all of y'all being here. I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible as many people showed up here to want to be here. Because, like I said, like no one should feel pressure to show up. Like there's a lot to process, and then feel like you got to go in front of people and answer people. That wasn't what this was about, or today was about, or to make any definitive statements or to say goodbye. This isn't goodbye. It's just the start of a process to be as open and communicative as y'all as possible, because part of what makes this company so unique is the relationship we have with you. Part of what makes this company so unique is so many people up here, came from, being fans in the audience and the community. So, please try not to judge about who's up or who's not, or what's being said or not. We don't have a ton of answers to questions at this point. It's just start of a process of like, hey, let's bring you into the fold, and you're part of this too. And we know that, and we know that this isn't easy, and this just gives us a chance to connect and expand the community. My soapbox. Here's what you can do for us. If there are people who are hating on us, that's okay. Everybody doesn't have to like everything, but just remind them that the people that they do like, they need to support. They need to support by being patrons of them. They can't assume that watching a video or listening to download of a podcast is going to allow those people to continue doing what they're doing. The nature of the social media space right now is such that if you are not supporting people directly, they cannot continue to do what you do. So dislike us, that's fine. Don't watch us, that's fine. But remind those people, if they're not supporting the people they like, those people aren't going to be there tomorrow.
I didn't need to shut it down.
You got here late, man. That's all.
Jeff, I'm so glad you're here.
For 40 minutes.
I'm glad we went long then.
I mean, you didn't.
So scared it was going to be over.
You didn't need to come. You were here all day yesterday. Like,
I was recording fuckface.
it's just, there's, Barbara alluded, Chelsea. There's always these things you read. I mean, it seems sometimes in chat, just sort of assumptions. People make some of the worst assumptions, and just not true. Like most of you trust what everyone says here. Give everyone the benefit of the doubt, if you can. I've never seen a company try and be more honest and open about everything, you know, and open themselves up the way they do. That comes with so much vulnerability and exposure. And I mean, I could never do it. And what they've all, you know, the highs and lows and what, you know, they have to go through to expose themselves to, you know, the good and the bad. And, you know, it's got to get better. You know, and the boundaries have to get drawn in a respectful way. You know, everybody's a human being here, and you know, these folks gave you everything of theirs. So I just hope going forward that everybody can respect. You know, there are a lot of questions about what's going to happen with this, what's going to happen with that, what's going to happen with this channel, what's going to happen with that. A lot of angry comments about Warner Brothers Discovery. I'm not going to defend any big company. That's not my place. But they're being very open and amenable about trying to allow people to continue on. You know, if they want to continue on with things, you know, if there's people want to help support things, you know, and underwrite them, like they're open to everything. And there is going to be a lot of stuff that's going to continue. But, you know, right now we knew we were coming out and not going to have a lot of answers, but that's because everybody here needs some time to process and figure out, you know, what do they want to do next? You know, what do they want to continue and what do they not want to continue with? So, you know, you'll know when they know. They're going to need your support. But, you know, we'll do our best to try and answer some of the questions. You know, there's a desire to protect as much of this as possible, to make as much available as possible. You know, this company is going to do the right thing as best as it can. You know, this is a really tough space right now. You know, we talk about it a lot internally. It's a really tough space, really tough for creators to make it work. Really tough. And so this isn't, we've been supported. This company has been underwritten for over 10 years now, you know, by various investors, various groups. And, you know, when whoever chooses to go and do what they're going to do, that's when they're going to need your support. So it's awesome people want to contribute now. It's awesome people want to try and back the company right now. But, you know, don't do that right now. Support individuals, but wait to see what happens, and then support them. And if you love other creators, support them, and just let people know, you know, this myth that, you know, you can just make it by, you know, making videos and putting them up, and boy, you get tons of money and advertising, all that. Like, it's hard, you know, that you got to support the stuff you love. You really do. And that's not meant to shame any of y'all that, you know, that there's a lot here, you know, there's a lot here to support. It's just to say, you know, per carries, you know, appreciate what you got. And when there's stuff you love, you know, support it.
Hey, I Googled Jordan Levin, by the way. Do you know this man owned the Chicago Red Stars, a soccer team? Oh, it says co-owner right here.